Hello and welcome to the new stimulus package. Us. I'm Ken Johnson, your host, and we've got a really good program lined up for you today. And I just want to say happy Veterans Day to all those veterans out there watching. And we got some veterans in the studio with me today. Some of my buddies.
Yeah.
Happy Veterans Day and thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Yeah.
Happy
Yes,
Veterans
sir.
Day.
Thank you, sir.
And we have Chief Priestley, Chief Leonard Priestley, and Practitioner Jones, C. Jones.
Yes, sir.
And today we're going to be talking about the importance of security, not just security in businesses, but security in the community, yeah, and the importance of security. So, Ms. Priestley, would you tell us about security? Why is security important?
Well, let's put it like this: the security has been around since the beginning of time, and it has evolved with the need of the community. As far as we're concerned, we're training all the time because it changes. We were just sitting here talking about the riots, and I was at 973 Market, and also the earthquake. I was at the same location. And without security, both of those would have been more turmoil than it was.
Could you give us the reason why? What happened?
Well, for the riots, it was kind of a situation where it not being expected, neither was the earthquake, not being expected, it means that you have to pull all your senses together to be able to control the environment, the atmosphere, the people that are coming, that are looking for help, and those that are planning to do more harm than was already going on. So you have to be prepared for that mentally.
Mm.
Okay.
So basically, you done forgot about yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You done forgot about running away and getting the safety.
Well, we were just talking about that too. You know, you took on even in the military, right?
Yes, sir.
We took an oath.
Mm-hmm.
I was sworn in as in-house special police. I took an oath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was a Boy Scout, Cub Scout.
Mm-hmm.
We took an oath. Okay,
Born in the domestic.
right. So what happens basically is when you take that oath, it doesn't really sink in until something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jones could probably, even though I was in the military, I was never in the war zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm quite sure that Jones could share some from the veterans' point of view how it was to be there, and all of a sudden there's no place to go.
Mm.
But forward.
Yeah.
Would
Yes.
you explain what he's touched on?
What he's touching bases on, we take an oath as foreign and domestic. That means once we go into the enemy line, we call it a black op, a black op. That's what it's called.
Black op.
Op.
A black op.
Yes, that's a black op. That means you're going into enemy line.
Mm.
There's no turning back.
Mm.
So there's no turning back. And you know, it takes a very brave person actually to do, you know, and like I say all the time, you know, I take my hat off to, you know, even when I was in boot camp, the person who geared me up for all that, because I didn't sign up for all that. But once I got there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I just started liking what I was doing in the military and just kept taking the next stage more and more and more, you know, and then finally the fear just goes away.
Is
You know,
that right?
And that's just the same thing as in security. You know, when you train it, just like with SPOA, excellent security. You know, when you first start, you know, some people ain't never did security before, but once you start practicing it and listening to other people's ideas with it, that's how you grow.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that as the same way as in the military, because when you go through boot camp, you do the same thing. You train. Once you keep on training, you get comfortable with the way you're training, and then you learn different techniques on how to handle it, because safety is first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just like in the military, safety is first,
Mhm.
because we want to make sure everybody come home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and while I'm speaking on the military, I'd like to send a shout out to all my comrades out there who serve Oscar Delta 119, United States Army. Thank you.
Right on.
Right. Right. We'll get into that.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. And
Well, we have this little thing in the organization SPOA. There's different departments, committees, and projects trying to bring about a well-rounded organization, and the organization was set up to assist the members in whatever their needs are to be a well-rounded person. Okay, so we get into an Army, Marines type of situation sometimes, and we talk about different things about the Army, different things about the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was the only branch that you had to volunteer for,
Yes.
and everything else was drafted or whatever, but you had to volunteer to be a Marine. And that's what we're just talking about, the organization. We don't want anybody to push you into the organization because we're serious about our training. And so you have to volunteer to train with us. And that way you have to accept our training as we have it already set up. And as far as fear goes, there's a lot of tours of duty that I've been on personally where guns were stuck in my mouth, or cut with a razor, and all this. And I've seen guys that once that happened to them, they got, I'm out of here, you know.
Yes.
But if you're dedicated to whatever you do, you're going to be one of the best at the best. You got to train. You got to keep your mind mentally, physically, everything together as best you can, because people are depending on you for the earthquake. When I stood outside the door of 973 Market, everybody was calling me to come help them, and they weren't even my clients. People next door, whatever, because it was a panic situation. And that's the reason we started Posse Comitatus. So in case of a civil emergency in the community, who's suited and booted 24/7 in most communities?
the security.
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 So all they have to do is to kind of change hats. Okay, and then they can control the community as best they can while the police, fire, and other first responders take care of the rest of the situation.
So is that why you you have training? I noticed I've been to some of your trainings, and you have training I think it's every Tuesday. Matter of fact, when you leave the studio today, you're going to go into
Right.
you have training. So is this the type of training you have on a continuing basis? And I noticed all of your security officers,
Practitioners.
practitioners are always sharp. I mean, everything is so neat.
Yes.
Is that important? Or could you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, we have a strict, real strict dress code. We have inspections on every Tuesday night. That's part of our training education night. We have a strict, real strict, all the way down like a military boot camp dress code. Gig line, everything, shirt clean, crease, and we take that onto our tour of duty. So at all times, we have a dress code.
Well, one of the things that we like for our practitioners to do, and the reason we call them practitioners, to keep reminding them that they're practicing their skills, personal and professional, all the time, on duty, off duty, okay, in terms of dealing with that. But we ask, and there's no reflection on any security company or anybody else, but a lot of times with other companies, the security go looking like anything.
Right, I've seen.
So what happens is they're going to be challenged more because of the way they look and carry themselves, and that makes it harder for everybody in the field.
And with that dress code, it makes your training a lot easy, because I have been on sites where me and another practitioner can walk on somebody else's training site or their job, and they got security there, and the first thing they'll do, it'll be all kinds of stuff going on. As soon as we walk in, it'll cease.
Yeah,
They'll say, "Wow, who is you guys?" You know, and it happens numerous of times. So the dress code is real good, because the first thing, I can be just walking down the street now in my uniform, and somebody say, "Wow, who do you work for?" And I always tell them it's a training op. Excellent security is a family affair, and like I say, a lot of times and make it so bad, they be handing cards out and just warning this company to come train, on their sites.
What do you see the future? What does the future hold for security? Is security a dying business, or is it? If somebody, if I was looking for a career, could I look at that?
I think security is one of the top 10 industries in the world, especially now with so much going on. We have our anniversary, and also we're trying to make September Security and Law Enforcement Month because it begins the start of the holiday season, if you will. And after that, it just goes on and on. And with so much going on nowadays, security has to be more intent on what they're doing and not just looking at it as a job. They're looking at it as a way to secure the people who are paying them. And as far as that goes, if you're good at security, you'll never be without a job. Okay? Best way I can put it.
How long has Excellent Security been in existence?
Okay, there's actually 3 components to it. The Special Police Officers Association was started in 1974 to support its members, who were mostly special police officers, sworn in by the city and county of San Francisco. And we created this organization to help us if we needed extra security or wanted some time off and so forth. And then we started It's a Family Affair because we wanted to support the whole family unit. And then we were doing security, and someone says, well, you need to have a license to do security. So we started Excellent Security Services, okay, to remind us why we were training. And it became a licensed security company. So whoever we were working for had a licensed company.
I'm sorry, I thought I turned my phone off.
Well, that's okay.
Go ahead.
So, at any rate, that's how the whole situation come about, and this is our 40th year, our 40th anniversary, or our 40th session as an organization.
Okay, so I'm just curious. What do you think it would be like if it wasn't no security?
Chaos, straight chaos. Security is the first line of defense. Just like when the Marines used to go in. I hate to say this. when the Marines used to go in, they was the first line of defense because they would go in, and we would just bag them up most of the time like that, or else we'd go in a special op and go out on our own like that. But most of the time, I would say security is just like being the Marines, first line of defense. Because they see things. And then they call in, like Chief Priestley said earlier. They call in, the police, and then the report they have to give, what they go off is what the security is saying, So it's very important, very important.
Yeah, it seems to me, I mean, that's a pretty dangerous job, man, because, when something happens, everybody's running away and you guys are running toward
see, and that's
you guys are running toward the confusion to try to calm it down.
See, and that's what I like about our Tuesday nights here. That's our educational night. See, we go through extensive training how to handle certain situations because a lot of times security can cause a problem, too. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to talk a person, talk to them right in the right manner, the right tone. It's different tactics to go. And so on these Tuesday night meetings that we do have, we go through some of them trainings out. How would you handle this situation? Your do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the things about the Tuesday night and talking like that, someone sitting in a meeting hears that, and then maybe eventually it comes up, wow, I just heard that at a meeting. And let me try it in terms of dealing with it. Or they just went through something, and now they see a different way to do that. So we talk to each other, kind of like what happens on our tours of duty, so we're more prepared if we ever have training in that area.
Yes.
So if some viewers out there was interested in security, are your Tuesday meetings open to the public, or where, or is it a secret where they are at? Or?
Well, they are. It's not a secret. But if you don't know someone, it's going to be hard to find it. But what we're doing, and we like to do a shout out to Carl's Jr. in San Francisco on 7th Street and as well as 5th Street, who have given us training hours to to work on our security skills.
Mhm.
But they've given us a part of their lobby at 7th Street to turn it into a security and law enforcement resource center.
Mhm.
So if you ever pass by 7th Street and look on the side window, you'll see a window full of papers and information. So we're going to be using that for that. But the resource center is especially during the holiday season. You don't know how hard it is for security officers who don't have transportation to get from one site to another site. They live over the East Bay and they work in San Francisco. At 12 midnight, the buses stop.
Mhm.
So they're trying to figure out how to get home or riding buses or whatever they have to do to get home or to get settled for a while. So now they can come by Carl's Jr. and sit and not be hassled in the lobby
Okay, that's Carl Jr.'s here in San Francisco.
in San Francisco,
Yes,
7th Street.
7th
Mhm.
Street. Yeah, that's right by the BART station. As a matter of fact.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, really good location.
Right.
And I want to say shout out to Carl Jr.'s management for allowing
Yes,
this
yes, yeah.
dynamic security service to be there and to serve them. What's coming up? Do you have anything that's coming up? Any special?
Well, one
I
of the
know this is Christmas season.
Yes. Well, one of the things that we're looking for now is anyone that would like to train with us just to get a feel of training in security. We're doing a special situation. Our next meeting is at Northern Police Station or
No, Calvary Hill Baptist Church.
now since he mentioned Calvary Hill, and no disrespect to anybody, but we have a lot of meetings. We have a chaplains department. We try to stay spiritually endowed.
Mm-hmm.
And we feel we'd like to see if we can help any of the churches to have some of their men and women who might be looking for extra work during the holiday season and would like to try out security, especially Black Friday. They should come down and talk to us about it and see how we can help you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that's happening also is that somebody came up to me and told me that their son was trying to get into security because of his background. He didn't think he could get into security. Well, we've been working with this program for a while now, and maybe you would like to talk about it?
Yes. First, I'd like to make a correction. That's Calvary Hill Community Church, not Baptist Church.
It is.
Community Church.
Is that here in the city or Oakland?
Yes, that's in San Francisco here.
Okay.
That's on International Industrial 141 Industrial Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I can give a little shout out about my background. I did 2 tours of military action. I did the Gulf, and then I went to Desert Storm. When I got out of the military, I thought the world owed me something, and I just came out and just, went plumb crazy.
Went crazy.
Yes, I got hooked up onto them drugs and just, and turned my whole life upside down.
Oh man.
Gave it all to the devil.
Yeah.
But I had a rude awakening, and I sat back and just really, start going to jail. Just ruined myself. And every time I go there, they would look at my record and say, "Wow, dude, you served in the military." So they kept giving me breaks, and finally I just submitted, and surrendered all. And then I came to this organization, SPOA. And I thought I messed up so much that I would never get a guard card. I said, "Wow,
Not with this record.
not with this, not the stuff that I did, God is good, and that's what I like about this organization because it's spiritual based, and that's what hold me here because when I went to one training night. One night somebody told me it was a job, and they told me when I got there, I found out it was something totally different, that it was training. And once I started sitting there and just started listening to him, and the guy opened it up in prayer, it kind of touched me, it made me say, want to be a part of that, because I was looking for change.
Right.
And to make it short, because I know I'm short of time, this organization really reached out to me, man, and I'm grateful for it, and that's why I stick around. I'm really grateful, it gave me I always say this, a second chance at a first class life. you know, and I appreciate it, you know, and I advise, you know, all the felons, veterans, you know, that's running around out there, you know, if you're looking for change, you want something different, look us up, you know. We on a website. We got a website here somewhere, but for sure, you know. Thank you.
Okay, you mentioned the website. What is the website address?
Well, it's on. We have a couple of websites, but let me say this about the websites: we've created so many different departments and committees and so forth. We are looking for members and people who have other skills other than security to help us build a better communication system.
Okay.
Along with that, but GoDaddy is one of our websites, and we have a couple other websites that we're starting to build on. But you can always give us a call at 643-1400
Yes.
and ask for the websites
Okay.
that we have up and so forth. Or you can come to any Tuesday meeting. You're always welcome. And if you're not sure where the meetings at Carl's Jr.'s is a key place to get information, written and otherwise, 24/7.
Yes. Also, this Tuesday, we're calling on all military or all anybody just want to just get into this field to come to our Tuesday night meetings.
Roll call.
Roll call. Yes. Yes. We calling on all. If you just think you fit this criteria that we're talking about, come on down. Even if you don't think you, come see what we're talking about. We got Black Friday coming up, and we're looking for a few good men
And
women.
Okay, folks, you've heard it, and our time is running down, so we really appreciate you coming in, and those people interested in Social Security, go by and check them out. You know, it's really at a convenient location. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
Thanks, Gavin.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's it. Oh, let me stop that.